بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الرحمن علم القرآن خلق الإنسان علمه البيان الشمس والقمر بحسبان والنجم والشجر يسجدان والسماء رفعها ووضع الميزان ألا تطغوا في الميزان وأقيموا الوزن بالقسط ولا تخسروا الميزان والأرض وضعها للأنام فإذا انشقت السماء فكانت
Thank you,
وردة
Namal.
كالدهان فبأي
Yeah.
آلاء ربكما تكذبان
Okay.
فيومئذ لا يسأل عن ذنبه إنس ولا جان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان يعرف المجرمون بسيماهم فيؤخذ بالنواصي والأقدام
Try red. Can't use a filter on this one. It's a really good one too. Okay, I just want to talk about a few things real quick while I'm doing this video. Say hello, Namal. Got your name correct that time. I called you Hamal with an H a couple times. I want to talk a little bit about these videos that you got out up the last couple days. Want to just point out a few things. The blurriness that you got going on in this one here. I mean, I can see the imagery in there crisp and clear to me, and I know how to move my cropping tools around so that I can see it. I'm just pointing these things out because it'll make it easier on you when you're doing your videos and making your videos. Not that you're making them for me yet, but when you are making them, you can get rid of a lot of the blurriness because you're moving your camera really quickly. Yes, I can go in here and I can digitally collect the EMNC, see all the faces. I can move my lights and shadows around and I can make it more crisp and clear for you so that you can see it all. There's a real nice one here with an eye here, nose right here. He's got a mustache. This one, several of them in this area are really good. Image with an image from the veil to the ground. Feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast. There's one in the mist. Eye, nose, mouth down here with the beard. And I'm putting my cropping tool as usual on these timelines in order to pull you in these images better. And I move my cropping tool away from the timelines. There's a real nice one in here, a heavier one too. Where is he? This way. Come in here for his timelines. Several faces. Real nice one right here too. So eye, nose, mouth down here. You go see how when I'm going in and out, I'm causing lights and shadows to move around as well. Because I'm trying not to get you the next one, just because it goes image with an image with an image from the veil to the ground. It is this way. So I got to stay steady with everything to let things come in and let the camera, give the camera a chance to focus. Even when the cameras are set up outside on the clouds like you are now. The reason why I just stopped in the middle of doing this, there's so much in there. It's so nice. Even on something like this, it just looks like a blurry bunch of clouds to you. It's not a big deal. We can go in and we can digitally collect the EMNC from these areas and show you the imagery more crisp and clear, so that you can see it for yourself. And I'm not even taking the camera off the stand because of the video is a little bit blurry, so I'm not going to go too crazy with going in and out of them. Like if you have videos that are more crisp and clear, then I'll take the camera off the stand and I'll spend some time on it. But in this one, I'm probably going to move on. I'm going to play it through the end of the video and just go on to the next one. But the real reason why I wanted to stop and talk and say hello to Namal. Namal, I'm sorry if you're not Muslim. I don't even know yet. We haven't really spoken in any detail at all yet. I just let you know that what I'm seeing so far. And there's something really big. I mean, I've been showing this to people for 6 years now and been looking all over this earth and comparing trees, clouds, rocks, stones, boulders, all this kind of shit. Okay, Patrick was the only one. There was a guy named Patrick from West Coast Cat 2020 was the name of his channel. And he asked a question one time because his video were above the Philippines. He had the trees of the Philippines. He had the clouds of the Philippines. But he did have one good question when I was working with him, which was, did you notice the facial features of the humans? It was the question. But really, all animals is the question I would ask myself over different areas. So if you get the clouds over the Philippines or Japan or China, does the true creator's work change in any way? And I was looking for all those answers as I was going along. I was looking for all the answers of why only feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast. Why so little femininity? Why was femininity? So I could blame myself for some of it, right? Because I could say that it's my own male chauvinist that I'm not seeing the femininity, which was partially true. I can say at this point. And then the same thing goes with the facial features. I fucking hate that thing. Same thing goes with the facial features and things like that, and animals for that matter. I have a hard time because I'm not that familiar with everything, right? So Eastern cultures, right? This goes to why I'm just assuming that you're Muslim. If you're not Muslim, it's not a big deal to me. I would say I would just continue doing this series using Muslim background of the Quran. Why not? And then if you end up being whatever, Christian, Hebrew, Buddhist, whatever you might be for a religion, maybe non-religious, I don't know, then we can take it from there if you end up even being interested in what it is I'm showing you. If you're not interested, then you won't care about none of it anyway. Okay, so what I've noticed in your videos so far, I do see a large uptick in the facial features of the human faces. I also noticed, but I don't know the kind of cats, the felines that you have there, tigers and, all felines, any felines, I don't care what they're, even felines that you might feel that are in a rodent family rather than a cat family, they don't, not tigers or lions or anything like that. But I did notice that with the clouds that you're showing us, because that video I did of yours, was it just a lot last week, I guess, sometime, the colors of the cat and the stripes of the cat, I believe, are from your area. If you're even in the area that I think you are. I'm going by your penmanship. That's what I'm doing. What you're writing up at the top of the screen. That's what makes me assume that, right? Then going along with your facial features yourself. And saying, okay, he's probably from this part of the country. This is the language he's speaking. That's how I'm determining everything so far. So I could be totally wrong about it all. I don't know yet. But I did want to tell you that, and I'm going to keep an eye on it as we go. I've never noticed a difference really anywhere else. I mean, the reason why Patrick asked me is because over the Philippines, I was seeing, which is not unusual, I seen Fu Manchu mustaches on human faces. They were the Fu Manchu type mustaches, and they matched the Asian features of the images that I was seeing. But that's not unheard of over my own head here in the United States. That's not unheard of to see all nationalities over my head. And it's been pretty much similar like that, for a long time. The other ones is birds. Birds were missing, and I could not bring birds in. The only time I ever seen birds at the cloud level in the True Creator's imagery, the only time I've ever seen birds at the cloud level was either shadow imagery. I one time seen that bird from the Bible, whatever the fuck it was called there, the one that comes out of the hell, the burning bird from hell or whatever. I always forget the name of it. But I seen that one in a full body image of that thing. And I had to assume that that was something that humans were putting out, something that I don't usually like to talk about, but I was assuming that it was like a holographic image. That's how perfect it was. And to get a full body imagery out of anything that perfect, and the color, and it just didn't look right. It didn't look like it was part of the True Creator's work that I'd seen anywhere else that I was looking. But there it was in the cloud level. And then another place that I seen full birds, also full body imagery, was in a fake ass satellite footage that went along with a Sherlock Holmes story book hour thing that I used to watch. And I was just watching it one day, and it's just storybooks of narrated stories of Sherlock Holmes. And in the background, they had these satellite. That's a whole nother story. Those are a whole bunch of lies, satellites, and outer space, and what they tell you the moon is, and it's all such bullshit, man. It really is. But I can't get into all that with you without knowing that you even want to know, right? You might just want to live in the delusions like most people do, like the other 7.8 billion zombie slaves want to do. So, anyways, I think it's pretty incredible that with your videos, I'm going to press play on this just to watch it while I'm talking. I have a hard time working 5 different things at once. That's even much better. You just came up with the camera, and look what you gave us. Look what you gave us. Just coming up with the camera slowly like that. And look at this shit, man. Look at this. That's fucking incredible, isn't it? This is your camera, Namal. This is your camera. This is your footage. This is undeniable for you. Now, I'm going to ask you to do something for me if you're interested in doing this and making a series and going and seeing this for what it is. No bullshit stories. I don't want to hear no bullshit stories. So I'm sure you must have them, because everyone does. But if you want to go see what it is, I'm showing you. You don't have to take anything I'm saying, any words that I'm saying at my word. You don't have to. I'm just showing it to you. So it's up to you to go look, okay? And if you want, this is unbelievable. It's really, really good. You got some really good videos, man. It seems to me that, yeah, you must be seeing it. Look at this shit. I'm going timeline to timeline. I'm bouncing timeline to timeline because I'm giving you different sets of eyes. You got these. This is what I'm saying. when you start looking at the facial features and the colors of even in the felines, it's unbelievable, man. It's really on fucking real. And so what I'm noticing about these features, and I know I run off and off because I'm not an entertainer, I'm not an educator, I'm not any of the things that you were told you should be, who you should be listening to. Um, it's really, really good. So this is called remastering a video, what I'm doing right now. And what I would ask you to do, it'll impress on you more strongly about what's happening, and you'll understand it more if you go make yourself some crappy little cropping tools like this. I just make them different shapes so that you can start cropping around timelines. And then once you do, you'll be pulling your lights and shadows in, and you'll be in control of seeing everything rather than allowing the fake ass humans that control everything to show you everything, layer over layer over layer. Feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast from the veil to the ground, faces only. Um, Notice the triangular builders all around us. Those are the true creators builders. They will build anything in here. Doesn't matter who assigns the bio realm, maybe the false creator slash creator, and then from there humans took over and humans do this, and we, the 7.8 billion zombie slaves who want to deny this to the reality to our offspring and generations after us, it's really wrong because that's what was done to us. Our parents and our grandparents, who I know you probably love very much, and you can go ahead and continue to do so. It's not going to conflict with reality. They will conflict with reality because they're going to try to keep you from it. They've been doing that for thousands of years now. Our ancestors have been keeping this truth and this reality from us. We cannot blame the police. We cannot, like the auditors are doing. We cannot blame all the Karens because everybody's a fucking Karen. We can't blame the churches, right? The religions, they're all part of all the lies too. So we can't go blaming them. We don't need to blame them. We wanted to be lied to. This was all right in front of us all along. This is nothing new, what I'm showing you. We all could have been looking at this all along. Look at it. It's amazing. Look at it. It's fucking amazing. Look at this shit. Look at this shit, Namal. These are your videos, right? You're seeing it now, right? You're seeing what I'm doing. You're seeing all these faces in here that I'm showing you. How clear as fucking day this is. It's unbelievable. And we all deny it. We all deny it. And what I'm doing is I'm using my different shaping crop tools because I know what shapes I like to use and they're easy for me to flip around. And you just start working your cropping tools and start looking at the true creator's work. And when you see it, it will be undeniable to you. You may have to get over some things. You may have to realize that you have been lied to about everything you've ever heard, learned, thought, taught, programmed. It's been a lie. Okay, yeah, that part you gotta have to get over. It's not that big of a deal. They're all fucking liars. They've all been lying the whole fucking time about everything. So there's one here that I would, I'm always looking. I'm always looking for something that will fall out of the feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast. So there's several timelines that I can bring you in on them. But let's see where it goes. Let's see where it goes. This big face. I mean, I could spend probably 10 hours on all your little 3-second videos. I'm exaggerating. This one's 1 minute. It's unfucking believable. So I'm really hot on this eye right here. I'm really hot on this eye with the face twisted sideways. I'm going to tilt my camera in order for you to get him. But I'm going to show you his timelines because it looks like looks like he might have a neck. And I'm trying to find his other eye. See, when I come over this way, I start getting the next image, which next one my eyes grab is that one. That's not the one I want. I want this one, but I don't want him at this angle. Because I'm looking to see if he falls outside the feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast. Um, Just look around for a minute. Let me turn this back on.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
So I'm just going to mention real quick that this very large eye that goes like this, it's huge. I don't have the full image for that. You'd have to back the camera way up, and I don't know if you do. But of course, there's timelines in here. So if I cut off that eye, then that eye will go with this other large image that I'm showing you. So see how I'm bringing the cropper on the timeline, and I'm going to go right into this eye. Watch. Why do I don't do that? Because I'm trying to give you a different image. This other large face. So that other large face even has facial hair, beard, all kinds of shit going on at different timelines, right? And of course, my cropper is not going to fit every timeline because the timelines go jiggy-jaggy. That's why I'm bringing you in and then pulling back so you can see the timeline. I'm only bringing it in for the lights and shadows. See what I'm doing? So you see how large this eye is? Anybody else watching this video will not understand that eye as an eye because it's the image that that huge eye goes with is going to be probably many of them, but one of them is going to be way over here because you can tell by the size of it. It's going to be huge. That's a huge eye. But no one else can see it. So I know if I bring my cropper into here, boom, I get him. Using that same part of that eye, I'm just taking out the pupil and I'm bringing it back to this line, which are all timelines. These are all timelines going in all different directions. So that's all I'm doing. Now, if I was to flip the camera and turn the camera the other way, then of course I could start cropping this way and that, and we'd be looking at different timelines going in different directions and so on and so forth. I'm just telling you this because it makes it so easy to see everything. Now again, that's using that same eye, that huge fucking eye. I'm going to come over to here. I have to get my other cropping tool. Using that same big eye, right? It's huge, right? That's useless to me in all this imagery because it's too big to go with anything here. But in pieces, it does. Because look. And then I get a nice eye out of that face right here with the eye, nose, and mouth. And I'm coming back and forth from the timelines to show you the face, right? And if I wanted to get it better, I could take the camera off the thing, but I'm really out of time because I'm already at 40 minutes. And this is what's been happening to all your videos when I do them. I just can't help it. They're really, really good. I mean, I could do the same thing with my own videos, but the problem is no one's watching my videos. No one's looking. No one's paying attention. So I might as well show it to you. And that's what I do with everybody. This is how I make my videos. And this is how I do it, is I call people out. I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out to say, hey, look, you want peace? You want freedom? You want the answers to everything? I'm going to show it to you. You can go and look. Here you go. And if you don't, then you just go, whatever, do whatever you want. I mean, they just go on the list with the other 7.8 billion zombie slaves who will not face reality. So it's not a big deal. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try to show it all to you. As we're going, there's really good videos. So let me get back to it. Perfect. You can see it all. You can see it all. See it in there. Yeah, so before this video ends, it's only got 2 minutes left, I think. I think I'm at 42, 43 minutes or so. Yeah, so I got 3.5 minutes. I would strongly, if you're going to start looking them all, I think this is very interesting, and I will continue to look as well because it does seem to be everything that I've looked in your videos so far has a large percentage of the facial features on the humans for sure are of your culture and cultures, I would say. It's hard for me to tell because I can identify a Jewish nose and Jewish looks pretty easily. I can identify some Eastern Indian noses, but I don't know what nationalities they would actually go to. I would probably be confusing people. Like sometimes I'll see someone with a Jewish schnoz, and I might mistake them if their skin tone is lighter. I might mistake them for another, or darker for that matter, if it's not the ideal color that I have in my mind of a Jewish human. Then I may not even count them. So you can't go by me as far as the facial. But I know they're not English American faces. We have different noses. We don't have that arch at the top of the nose, right? That type of thing. And I can tell that African Americans, if they're African Americans, let me say Africans, the African cultures, whether it's from Haiti or Jamaica, right? If you start looking around in the African world, their noses go wider. So do the Asians. Asians' noses go wider, but they're smaller down. They're not as protruding as much coming out, but they do go wider than the average. I don't even know what to call us, the white man, because we've been mixed up so much too. Because, I mean, I come from, my genes come from Poland, right? So I even get them confused, right? If I meet someone who's Czech, or I can have a hard time telling Czech from Polish, from even German, for that matter. I have a hard time when I meet people here, especially if they've been in the country for 20 years or 30 years, and they got an accent, but the language is light. I'm actually making assumptions by their appearance of what nationality they are, that kind of thing, okay? I know it's probably over explaining things. I'm just going to hit play while I'm talking about nothing. Video's almost over anyway. Yeah, so your camera's moving fast. So when your camera's moving around a lot, you will have a hard time picking. It's really good there again, though. When you stop your camera, yeah, that's really good. And then it ends there. All right. All right, so I'll be back. This is the end, anyways, of the video. Again, I know this is all like shocking things. If you're gonna take it seriously and go look, it's gonna be life changing for certain. But I don't even want to assume that you are, because nobody else has yet. So for me to assume that you're actually going to go look and take it seriously and stuff, I don't know. But I also want to give it a chance, and I don't want to be a dick. What I may do, because you have the word freedom marked on your YouTube board, right on your main page, then I think what I'm going to do is combine your series with, I'll label your series to the auditors as well. I'm going to continue on with the auditor series. I was going to go over to another channel to do that. But that, I don't know that I want to do that either. So I may just stay on this channel, keep doing the series to you. I'll tag them to your name, and then at the end, I'll add the auditors at the end or something like that. I'll do something creative. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Look at the images banging in here.